Hey, welcome back to Snap Bowl Games. My name's Max, and I'm back with this blue-red Serpentine curve deck. And a lot of people requested a certain card, and that is Fling. And I have Fling in the deck now. And before I get into the specifics of like why I am actually including Fling, other than the people want it, so I'm going to do it. But there is actually some other reasons. Before I get into the deck tech and everything, let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you do. Throw a like on this video, it helps me out. I'm trying to grow my channel. I want to share Magic with more people and share my content, so thank you, it helps me out. Let's get right into this. Okay, so I played this deck through one league, and I did pretty well. I think I 4-1 the league, and Serpentine Curve was surprisingly effective, as was Teach by Example. So these are two new Strixhaven cards that I'm trying out, and I'm trying it in this all spell deck with pieces of the puzzle for card advantage along with frantic inventory. So we have so much card advantage. Pieces of the puzzle really brings the deck together because you reveal the top 5 and you take 2 instant or sorceries, but then you put the rest into your graveyard. So if you reveal 4 instant or sorceries, you get to make a bigger curve while drawing 2 cards, and you're basically like tutoring the top 5. So it's like much better than divination because it's only bad really when you want to draw a land. But let me get to the real juiciness, which everyone wants to see. Everyone kept saying, why no fling? Why no fling? And I thought about fling, but I just wasn't sure. I was like, I don't really want to have to sack my curve or like go down this fling route or draw fling when I don't have curve. But there's one main thing that I didn't think about, which I think will make fling actually really good. And other people I'm sure have thought about this. I just didn't think about it when I was brewing the deck. And that is just playing a curve, like let's say on 6 mana, have counterspell up. Okay, they can't kill it, or you counter their removal spell. You untap, and then you can go Teach by Example into Fling, and then you double your Fling, and it does work. So if you just make like a 10/10 snake, and then you go like protect it, untap, and then Teach by Example into Fling, you get to double Fling then, and that's after attacking. So seems pretty good to me, honestly. It will really help against like the black decks where they have like a lot of like cast down and snuff outs to kill our Serpentine curve. So in those matchups, having a fling just seems like a really good way to win. Also, you just basically can draw your deck and then set up like a late game of like play curve with multiple counter spells up and fling up. So if you're against a non-counterspell deck, as long as you make a Serpentine curve token that's more than their life total, that's like a 20/20, then you can just fling it and there's basically nothing they can do. So it does seem pretty good. It also seems to help out against Flickertron. So I think I am going to like the 2 flings. I cut 1 Cannonade and the Wizardry because I didn't think we needed Wizardry now that we have 4 curve and fling as a way to win. So we're just a blue-red control deck, and this is literally our only way to win alongside fling. Sideboard, I only changed 1 card or 2. I cut what's that card? The 4 mana, deal 5 to each non-flyer. Cut that, added a Bonders ornament. I just thought we had like a ton of removal in the 8 lightning bolts basically in Scred and Bolt. So I didn't know if we needed that, and I did want a second Bonders. I also want, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. I wanted a second Relic, and I think I need it. What should I cut? I mean, I can go down the 2 Hydroblast. I can just cut the Echoing Truth just because it's like whatever. I can also just cut 1 Cannonade. Seems weird, but I don't like Echoing Truth that much, and we have a lot of removal. I know there's some permanents that are annoying, but I'm just going to ignore those. I do want Second Relic for what the kids are calling Mogwarts. It's just the black-red Goblin combo deck, and having 2 relics there does seem pretty nice. The other option before I get into the games that you could do with this deck is just to not play Frantic Inventory. If you cut all 4 inventories, then you could play something like, I don't know, maybe 2 Behold the Multiverse, and maybe some even Relics main, because you don't care about exiling your own cards if you don't have Frantic. Relic seems pretty good right now, but you'll have so much card advantage. You have 8 cantrips, 4 pieces, 4 Frantic, and the fact that these use the graveyard, a lot of people think, especially when they see Frantic, like they bring in graveyard hate against me, at least in the first league, but this deck doesn't use the graveyard except for Frantic Inventory. So I think this could be replaced with the Behold or something, but I do like this card better in general, and this card is actually good with pieces of the puzzle because you can just not take it with pieces and take 2 other spells and then just bin in inventory, making your future inventories better. So that's the deck. I'm excited. Let's jam. Let's go round 1. All right, welcome to round one here. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. Yep, gonna keep this hand. This hand looks fine. And this is also why I like Frantic Inventory, because I can just leave up counter on two, and if I don't have to counter, I can inventory. I'm just gonna bottom these cantrips. I could have kept one of them, but I like top top, or bottom bottom there. Is this Stompy? Stompy or Elves, but most likely Stompy. Let's just leave up counter. I'll just take a hit. I think I will inventory over Cycle Ash Barrens. Be interesting if they play like land Groff here. Okay, so it is probably, I don't know if it's my build of Stompy that I played in the challenge, but it probably is close to that. Okay, we need to find removal spells here. This is still tapped. They could have vines up. Let's go. I kind of wanted to cycle Ash Barrens before preordaining, but I think I'll actually just preordain first and then leave up counterspell. Oh, this is a top top for sure. Let's just go top, top, island, go. And then I can always just go fetch Ash Barrens for mountain after I draw the cannonade and then cannonade. This feels like a Groff here. Oh, it's a burning tree. I think I'll let burning tree resolve because I want them to commit more to the board and then just cannonade away everything. So drawing the one of cannonade in the main in this matchup was massive. Yep, these all resolve, especially if they don't have another land to protect. This is just going to be insane for me. And there's the Groff. Okay, so we counter the Groff, and then we just untap, draw cannonade, and cannonade away their board on our turn. This should be, I think, a pretty straightforward win from here. I mean, we just get to counter the Groff and then 3-for-1 them. I mean, we could still lose if we don't draw well, but drawing this was insane. And having the two cannonade main might actually just be better in the meta right now. I didn't really think about the prevalence of Stompy and Mogwarts, but we still do have 8 removal spells, so. Burning Tree. Do they have another Groff? Into Hunger, +1/+1? Why? Why would they just waste their hunger like that? That seems pretty bad to me, to be honest. I'm just going to start by cycle this for Island, and then preordain, and then I'll probably just bolt this now. There's Serpentine Curve, bottom, top, and then just go tap land. I could rep Counterspell, but I'd rather just get my tap land down. Now I have Serpentine Curve for, what is it? I have 2 lands. So it's Serpentine Curve for 8 right here, and I guess I can ponder first. All right, so I guess I just draw pieces of the puzzle, and I'm still just casting like a 10/10 here, or a 9/9. Let's see, what is it exactly? So I have 9 cards in graveyard, it's gonna be 10. So it's an 8, so it's a 9/9. I think I'll just cast pieces of the puzzle here, because then I can also just have Counterspell up, and then next turn make a big Serpentine Curve. So I'll just draw a curve, or just draw pieces, cast it, take the counterspell, and this Scred, I suppose? I could just take 2 counters. What's better? I don't even know. I'll just take a counter and Scred. Nice, this looks good. And then I get to bring in a bunch more cannonades. That's probably all I bring in. I could bring in Relic too for like Young Wolf or something, but that seems bad. This should, like I was saying, be a favorable matchup. All right, let's just do this. Teach by example into curve here. Against Stompy, I don't need to leave up counterspell or anything. Yeah, nice. I think curve is actually better than Goblin Wizardry. It's just because, yeah, you don't get to play at end of turn, but you just, with Goblin Wizardry, you get to play at end of turn, but then you have to play spells to make it really like effective. But with curve, you just tap out once, and then for the rest of the game, you never need to tap out. So I like it better, honestly. All right, cannonades. I don't know if I need both flings. I can definitely go down one fling. Can go down one teach by example. Can always double lightning bolt or something with a teach by example as well. All my card advantage is a little bit slow as well, but it's not bad. Do I want like relics actually? Is it better than just like these clunky pieces of the puzzle or something? Probably not, because I just want to be playing removal spells and then drawing cards. It's kind of like the game plan I want to do. I can just do this. Just minimally sideboard here, keep my cantrips, keep the lightning bolts. Yeah, I'll keep this. They snap kept 7 as well. Groff is kind of a problem. There's a curve, okay. I guess I'll just bolt the Nest Invader right now. Groff here is, yeah, again, gonna kill me pretty quick. Looks like it's Groff. Oh no, it's not. River Boa. And then Hunger it right now. And, oh, and double Hunger? Okay, well, I lose to that probably as well. Especially because I just can't cast spells. I mean, I was on the draw here, and I kept a 2-lander with Bolt. And I have Counterspell. I think this game's probably over now. Because they have an 8/7 unblockable regenerate. Yeah, they get to bring in triple River Boa. It's definitely a problem. I could have countered this, but I think I'm just dead. I just don't think I have any outs to this now. All right, let's just go next game. I don't think I need to play it out. All right, that was insane. Do I want another fling? Because they can just continuously chump a big serpent. Might be fine. Because maybe they also like say like, oh, I can take a hit and then I can like chump next turn or something. Can just take out another teach by example. Can take out one piece of the puzzle. All right, let's go. Again, I don't really think I want relic. All right, mulligan, 0 lands. And this is a snap keep. I could put back a fjord, but I could also just put back island and then go like turn 1 fjord, turn 2 preordained fjord, turn 3 cannonade. Opponents decide if they want to keep or not. They kept 7. Is it better to keep double fjord for extra red sources, or is it just not worth it? It might just not be worth. I think it's not worth actually. Still lead fjord here though. But if I draw like a counterspell or even like another inventory, I might want to play that over preordain. I don't know if I need 2 early red sources. I can find another one later. Yeah, Stompy's pretty good. I mean, last weekend I did just top 4 the challenge. I got 3rd place with basically a Bayou Groff Stompy list. So I've seen other players playing it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just playing that list, because a lot of people just take lists that do well in the challenge. Especially like my list was like the only Stompy list that did well. So pretty cool. I'm F6 tier. They just clicked OK, but now they're not passing again. I also was thinking like, should I have like a Miser? I know it's like weird and it's really old tech, but like a Miser copy of like Incinerate or something. Or I don't know if that's even the right one. It's basically the 2-mana lightning bolt. But if a creature was dealt damage, exile it instead, or have like magma spray, or I mean, can't be regenerated, or You know what I'm talking about. The 2 mana deal 3, the creature can't be regenerated just for basically River Boa. But I don't have it right now, obviously. Looks like the opponent was having some connection issues, but they're back. I think it's their turn 1. They drew their card. Let's see. See if they show up here. Looks like this sweater is having some trouble on the green screen. Could also just play Island and pass, because then they might be scared to play like a Groff or something into a counterspell. I think that's actually what I'm going to do now that I think about it. Young Wolf, well, they might just go for it. I mean, I do have 4 Scred to deal with Groffs, but it is hard for this deck to deal with, like, once the toughness gets much higher than that, like 6, 7 toughness, just gets really hard to deal with. Yeah, it looks like the opponent's having some connection issues here. It always sucks, because they were playing fast earlier. It's a fun matchup to play, though. Apologize for the slow content here, but I mean, the opponent is definitely having trouble, so nothing we can do. They just lost connection again. I'll be back. All right, I think they're back again. Connection issues are never fun. Teach by example. Okay. Do we see a turn 5 double candidate coming in our future? Maybe. I'll definitely take 1 here. They go land Groff. I'm in trouble. They're just jamming. Okay, Nest Invader. I'll just like tank for a second here, and then I'll let it resolve. And I'll go inventory. I might just, oh, there's a counterspell. I was gonna say I might just want to go Cannonade on my turn, but now I definitely just want to preordain to hit land drops. I could have even just left, I should have maybe left up Cannonade, but I think I actually like this better. Let's go top, top. So now I just have counterspell up, and I can just take 3. That's not really a problem. Colony Garden, sure. I guess they could have Hunger or something now. Maybe I should have just gone for Candidate on my turn, but again, I'm not taking that much damage right now. So I think I'm fine just to wait. I'll just take 3 again. I mean, if they're just only hitting for 3, this is favoring me, I think. Also, if I draw another land, I can go teach into Cannonade. All right, they're playing another 2/2. I think I'm just going to let it resolve. So do I go for end of turn Cannonade? They can save like one thing with Vines or potentially Hunger, and then I just have counterspells and Screds. I think I'm going to do it. I don't want to wait infinite, and my hand is still pretty good after this. Yeah, so they save their Skargan, but now I can just untap and kill Skargan, and then they just have a 2/2, and I have counterspell. Or I can just go, I was thinking I could just go teach into Scred and just wipe their board. But then I use then I don't have counterspell up. Kind of like it still. Let's go preordain first. Scred and bolt. All right, let's just top top. And then just go teach Scred. It's the first time I think I've ever gone teach into Scred. Let's target there. Okay. They still have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. Oh wow, and they're just gonna use Corian to leave up regenerate. Well, I think I need to double bolt the River Boa now. As bad as that is. Oh, I can't. I just can't. Okay, well I'll just pass. I guess I can just bolt Corian right now. Alright, I think I'm gonna do that. Could have been a misplay to go for the teach into Scred there because I Maybe I should have just left up counter like I was saying. Just counter this now. Okay, they found a Rancor for that. That is like so bad for me, or they had it the whole time. Getting crushed here, kind of getting outplayed, honestly. And I don't think they're going to tap low on mana because they have 4 mana now. I just don't really even have an answer to that. Should have had like at least the one bounce spell in my sideboard. Another Rancor. I gotta go to counter it. I don't think there's any reason to bolt. Alright, I'm in trouble. I can always bolt when they attack to like fog per turn, but that is obviously not ideal. Another Rancor? Jeez. Okay, well, gonna have to go for this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win. Oh, this doesn't even... Oh yeah, it does. It takes it out of combat. It works, it works. I was thinking I had to do it like mid-combat or something, but I think I'm gonna lose here. I think I could have played better. I obviously died to Riverbow in game 2, and I could have played around it in 3, but I chose to go teach by example into Scred, which was wrong. I should have just Scredded one thing, taken 2, and left up Counterspell. And there's just vines. GG's. I think that's a good matchup for us. I think I just could have played better to get the win, perhaps. 0-1. Let's go round 2. See if we can do better next time. All right. After some potential and very likely misplays in round 1 against Stompy, we lost. We're 0-1. Let's go round 2. Snap keep this. Same looks great. I have Scred on 2. I can inventory on 2 if I don't need to Scred, and then I can turn 3 pieces, maybe turn 4 curve, and just play a big thing. Sounds good to me. If we find other stuff to do, we can just wait on curve. Ooh, is it burn? I like playing a big curve early against burn. All right, well, this is like the dead card in this matchup. That sucks. They go Thermo Alchemist. I cannot Scred it because I have 2 snow cover permanents. Don't want to mess that up. I go to 17 here. This matchup's close, I think. I have triple Hydro Blast. It's hard for them to deal with a big snake, but they can also just like tempo me out. I was gonna say, especially if they have like the more creatures they draw, the better it is for me because I can kill their creatures with removal spells, but I only have a finite number of counter spells. Alright, I can go Ponder looking for counterspell, but I think I'm just supposed to go pieces here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm actually supposed to go Ponder because then I can end of turn inventory. And I want to hit lands actually to curve. My curve's not even going to be that big yet though. Alright. Let's just tap out for pieces right now. Okay, well this really helps feed the curve. So I can take a teach by example. But my draw is already pretty mana light, so I think I'd rather take like Preordain and Bolt. Looks good to me. Yeah, revealing 5 spells to pieces is just so good. Now we're already making a 6/6 curve when we find a 4th land. Okay. So I mean I could curve right here, but I think it's worse than just playing a bunch more cantrips and then curve next turn because then they just really cannot kill the curve, and I'm not under that much pressure yet. I'd rather try to find counter spells and stuff. Another Frantic Inventory. I just don't, even though obviously it's really good, I just don't think I really have time for that. All right, now we'll just pass. I will Frantic Inventory now for 2 cards. Lightning Bolt me, yep. I am probably going to need to find some counter spells even though they only have 1 land. They just triple bolt me and I'm at 11. Chain Lightning me. Okay. If they ever find a 2nd land, I feel like I'm just super dead here. There we go. There's a teach. All right, let's keep looking because I can always go ponder into curve here if I have to. All right, there's counterspell and pieces of the puzzle. Let's just leave up counter and the bullets and the spreads. Or do I just tap out for curve here? I'm at 8. They have 1 land. If they draw a second land, yes, I could die, but playing my curve now does give me... Does it give me a 2-turn clock? It does with bolt. All right, I'm just going to play curve here. So I make a 9/9. And then now I just need them to not draw land this turn. Then I should be in a reasonable spot. I mean, it's pretty funny. They're on 1 land and they've just played 1 lightning bolt every turn, basically. Oh no. So now they can go bolt, bolt, fire blast for the win. No. Bolt, ping me, fire blast me. Damn. I still think playing the fractal is correct there. That really sucked. Okay. This can come out. I think fling actually is good. It helps speed up my clock. I think this is a little bit clunky for the matchup. Okay, let's just try it like this. Again, even if I left up counterspell there, then they just don't have to play Fire Blast. And then they have so many cards in hand, they have a bunch of spells. If I like just was able to curve there, and then I have like an out of drawing fling, I have like a 2-turn clock because I go attack, attack, bolt you, and I still have a 1 counter spell after that. So again, I just needed them to not draw land 1 more time, and then I would have won. All right, snap, keep this. I do want to leave up Hydroblast here, but I'm not really, I guess I don't need to. I might as well just ponder, looking for lands. I can always shuffle on upkeep if I want. All right, let's see. These are all pretty decent. I can draw the land, and then I can determine if I want to draw the pieces of the puzzle on my upkeep. I could Ash Barrens if I want. I think drawing the pieces isn't that bad, though. They said I should have restarted MTGO before this league. Looks like everybody is having lag problems. The server is just bad. It's just bad for them. So, yeah, I think I'm fine to draw pieces here. My top card is Lightning Bolt, which honestly isn't that great. I'll just play Island. Oh, they said Chrome was the issue. Okay, well, good. So I just get Rift Bolted here. I'm not going to counter that. We know there's a Lightning Bolt on top of our deck, but we can always Brainstorm Shuffle if we want on their end step. Especially if they play like a Thermo Alchemist, I am going to want to draw that Lightning Bolt. So I have an answer to the Thermo, and then I have another removal spell for future creatures. Bolt me, sure. Lava Runner. The problem is this is going to deal me 2 damage if I don't Hydroblast it. It's kind of annoying. Don't want to have to use a Hydroblast on it, but I think I do. So let's just go Brainstorm. There's another Hydroblast and a Lightning Bolt, so that's pretty good, actually. So I can just shuffle away 1 card. I could just shuffle away this Frantic Inventory, or I could put it on top and then draw pieces next turn. And then I'm going to draw pieces. Yeah, and then I have to cycle Ash Barrens most likely to play it, to have Counterspell up. Or I guess I need to get a Mountain as well. This is close. I could put back one of these removal spells here to shuffle away, keep the pieces of the puzzle. Or I can even just shuffle away pieces of the puzzle. think this is actually good enough. So let's just shuffle away Frantic Inventory. I'll just Hydroblast this on the stack. I don't... Yeah, I think I'm fine to draw the pieces of the puzzle and then shuffle away the Frantic. So now I just want them to play more creatures again. Because now I still have 2 more removal spells for creatures, and I have 2 counter spells and 1 way to refill. So this is still looking decent. They have a lot of cards, but hopefully they have more lands this time. Thermal Alchemist, okay. Snap Resolves. And land Rift Bolt, okay. I'll just... Should I keep the Bolt in case I want to go face with that? I suppose. There's another counter. I can just jam pieces here. They have 2 cards left. I think I'm just going to counterspell the Rift Bolt because I have so many counters. I know they could play something that's annoying for me, but I have Hydroblast to deal with like a curse or something. So I'm just going to counter this. Stay at a higher life total. Trading resources is really good in this matchup because like we have card advantage, we have cantrips. We can just make a big snake at some point. Yeah, see, this is fine. I have to take 1, but then I can just Hydroblast it on the next turn. Lands would be good. Okay, not so lucky. So there's no rush to Hydroblast, but I can Hydroblast at the end of their turn. I think I have to just let this resolve because I want to just take this out before it deals me any more damage. Sucks that they got to draw a card there, but I do have to kill Curse. Again, I just want them to draw creatures and lands. Non-spells is ideal. Rift Bolt. Okay. Another curse. Okay, so now I have to go counter this curse and then Hydroblast this curse. So I do have to take 1 more. But now they're out of gas completely. Okay. So I take 1. Preordain. Sweet. Boilworks, Preordain. I mean, these are both good. I'm going to go top, top. Play this, bounce this. I guess I don't need to Hydroblast this second. I'll just pass. I take 3 off Rift Bolt. And then most burn spells I can let resolve this turn. And then I just cast pieces on my next turn. Hopefully find more counters. Keldon Marauders. Ugh. Alright, well, I have to let it resolve and bolt it. It'll deal me 2 damage, but then I get to go bolt this, Hydroblast this, and they have nothing left. And then I end up at 6 life. So this actually isn't the worst. I guess I'll just shred this. Oh no, whew, I do not have 3 snow permanents. So I bolt this. I take 2, and then I Hydroblast the curse. I know I could have Hydroblasted the Keldon Marauders, but again, I need my Hydroblast to kill the enchantment. So I'm at 6. They have 0 cards. Actually feeling okay here. Now it's a question of do I tap Is It Boilworks Mountain to have a potential counter spell up if I find another one? Or do I leave up Mountain in case they draw a haste creature? I think finding a counter spell is better here. Okay, well we did find a counter spell. Still feeling great. Now I just need to find a snake. Let's go bottom top and just pass. No rush on this next Preordain. I don't want to get got by something. Just leave up Hydroblast here. Any creature or land they draw is just great for me. Ponder. Alright, let's just lead on pieces again. Gonna make a massive snake at some point. Okay, here we go. So I can take Brainstorm or I can take Frantic Inventory. I just put the inventory in the yard. It's just better, right? Now let's go actually Ponder looking for a land because this sees more cards than Preordain. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. This allows me to have Spread Up and Hydroblast here. And then I can just Snake next turn. They have a card in hand. I'm at 6. So I do need more counters, actually. If they just draw Bolt, Bolt, kind of in trouble. I mean, I can't lose right now, but yeah, it's pretty close. 1, 2, I have 6 mana. So I think I'm supposed to start with preordain. Bottom the bolt. Bottom the curve. I just don't need these. I just need counters. There we go. So I can't actually leave up Counterspell and Hydroblast here. So I just go curve, make a 16/16. Maybe I should have counted because I actually needed that bolt for lethal. So that was a mistake. I was just being, I guess, a little lazy there. Could have played a little bit tighter because now my clock is one turn less than it should be unless I find another bolt, which I'm actually really unlikely to do. So yeah, that's a pretty bad play by me, honestly. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I had to curve anyway. Okay, they're going skewer target me for 3 mana. I mean, if they drew bolt, fire blast, I die, right? I think I'm supposed to just hydroblast this. A creature doesn't do anything, and if they don't have bolt, fire blast, I'm fine. I guess they could have double fire blast. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's fling. Okay, nice. Just got him. Fling doing work. I don't want to show them fling, but I also want to win this turn, so okay. It's funny that we won that game, but not the first game. I mean, I guess we drew a bunch of hydroblasts, so yeah, that'll do it. You really just basically have to run burn out of resources by killing their creatures and countering their spells. They're saying like, damn, what? Lava Spike was on top. Well, I had another counter. Was close though. Do I want to take out like any more teach by examples for anything from the sideboard? No. They said very close, but it's nice to die from fling. Love that card. It's nice for you to die by fling, I think too. All right, I'm gonna keep this. We have a ponder and a potential shuffle if we want one. So I think this hand is good enough. We don't have really interaction here, but I still think it's fine. And now we have a brainstorm shuffle. I mean, I think I'm just gonna shuffle this because then I can draw random cards and then I can still like yeah, I could draw island and then upkeep ash barrens or something, but I think I'd rather shuffle, draw random cards, and then brainstorm shuffle next turn. So let's just shuffle. So I don't really have anything going on here. Could also maybe like go brainstorm into removal spell if they play a thermal alchemist or something. Could also just play a preordain, looking for bolt. I feel like this is gonna be tough. I mean, they could play a curse, they can play a thermal alchemist. They must have, yeah, just like a bunch of spells, multiple lines that they can do, because why would they tank otherwise? They just resolve curse, okay. Just yield to this for now. Pieces of the puzzle. I could go preordain. I think I like brainstorm shuffle here. Okay, I don't think we need double curve. I can just put back curve fjord and then go play mountain and then cycle ashburn shuffle for search for island. Could also just put back a boiler works instead of fjord. But isn't boiler works just better than fjord? I think it is. I could also take a line where I put back both of my tap lands here. I think I'll just put back fjord. I'm not 100% on that, but I think this is okay. Then end of their turn, I'll just cycle Ash Barrens here. Yeah, this is looking kind of sketchy just because I don't really have anything going on. They're just playing a bunch of bolts, basically. Okay, I go to 12. They have a Rift Bolt suspended. Yeah, this is not looking good. I can play pieces, but I think I'm supposed to play Preordain. Yeah, I mean, Lightning Bolt's decent, but I need counters. Definitely in trouble. I think I'm losing here. When Burn just draws 2 lands and all Lightning Bolts, it's really tough. It's not like I even had any interaction. I mean, maybe this hand was just a mulligan, but I think we've drawn pretty poorly considering we've played three cantrips. All right, I'm basically dead here. And Fire Blast? Was that turn 3 win on the play? Or no, that was turn 4? Yeah, turn 4. GG's. You usually shouldn't GG first. I mean, technically it's bad etiquette. I don't think opponent meant anything bad by it. Um, but yeah, pretty rough. I'm actually going to do something that I haven't done before here. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop from this league because we're 0-2. And then we're just going to join the league and start over and try to get a better record. Basically, playing from 0-2 is just really bad expected value because think about it. You're 0-2. If you win all 3, yes, you can make up the value and you can actually profit off the league, but that's if you 3-0. If you just go 2-1 in the last 3 games, which is a reasonable result, then you only get 50 play points. So it takes a long time to play 3 games. And like most likely you're going to get 50 or 0 play points. And it's just not that good value. So I'm just going to get an extra couple games in on this video. We're going to play those first 2 games that we lost. And then I'm going to finish this entire league here. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to keep this hand. This is the reason basically also why I don't like Fling is because look at it in this hand. It's just like literally doing nothing. Oh God. Okay, this is good. This actually isn't that good. But let's put back. We're probably against Burn, so could be Boros Monarch, in which case I really do want Cannonade, but then I can just choose to not shuffle with Ash Baron. So let's put back Cannonade, Ash Baron's pieces, no F6. And then, yeah, turn 2 I can draw the Ash Barons and choose to shuffle away the Cannonade if I want to, and it looks like I want to. Okay. I guess I don't need to do this now. I'll just play a Fjord, pass the turn, and then end of their turn, I'll shuffle that, use the Ash Barons to shuffle because I don't want Cannonade in this matchup. It doesn't really do anything. But yeah, my hand just doesn't do anything at this point. Oh, this is Chicken and Ruffles. I think I know who this is. Fire Blast me from 16? Do they just have all lands in hand? Okay. Can they kill me? Why would they Fire Blast first? And then teach by example? You have to teach by example first. Oh, they're going to draw cards? Teach by example needle drop? Is that even like a real line? I mean, shouldn't they have just waited and then teach by example into Fire Blast? It's the teach by example mirror. Well, okay, we're at 10. They have 1 land now, though. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, they drew 2 cards, but is that even good? I think, no, it's not. There's curve. Okay, let's just go mountain that they know about, pieces, and then just probably play a curve next turn. I could make an interesting play of like only take 1 card here to put more cards in the graveyard for curve, but I think I just take some preordains. And then I can actually just bin a teach by example here. No, because I can teach by example fling, so I'll just bin. I mean, I guess I could just bin a preordain. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could go up to 5, and then this would be a 6/6. So 5, this would be a 6/6 next turn. then I attack for 6, and then double fling, that's not even enough. Alright, well I might have to wait a turn on curve and play some preordains, so I'll just bin a land. It was actually pretty close there. Bolt me, and they don't even have another land? That was a strange play from the opponent. I think they just like saw the teach by example and they're like, oh, I gotta like go off and draw 2 here. So I could still just play a 6/6. I guess it's only a 5/5 now. I think I want to try to find counterspell, yeah. Well, this is decent. Let's go bottom, top, because yeah, I just don't know if I have time for all that. I'll counter pretty much anything, especially because they're on 1 mana, and I'm at 7. Yeah, that cannot be right to just lightning bolt main phase, because they know I just took counterspell. Oh no, they don't. They don't. I preordained. I thought it was pieces for some reason. Okay. So now I can actually preordain again, and then next turn. No. Yeah, because if I find another counterspell, that's actually good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be a 7/7. I mean, I can kill next turn if I Serpentine Curve now. Why don't I preordain first? Because I can still preordain into curve if I want. I actually don't need these, right? Because I can still curve and then teach by example fling. And if they play a creature, it actually does matter. I think I do need 1 bolt. Okay. So I have to just dodge a land drop basically, and they would still have to be able to deal 7. So like bolt plus fire blast, classic. Teach by example into fire blast. Oh my god. I felt like I was so likely to win there. That sucked. I don't think teach by example is actually that good in Burn, but maybe they can prove me wrong. Let's just do the same sideboard that we did before. See if we can win this time. Let's go game 2. All right, game 2 here. Would you like to play first? Yes. No red source. I'm on the play though. I have counterspell into pieces. I think the opponent just played terribly there as well, which is like why it was kind of frustrating. I could be wrong. Maybe they played well, but Riftbolt. Okay. Well, I can just choose to counterspell that if I want. The problem is then I can't counter like a creature that matters. I just don't think I'm going to counter this. I feel like they're going to play a spell main phase. They could play a curse. They could play a Thermal Alchemist. I don't have red mana for Bolt yet. Skewer me. Okay, now I'm going to counter. They could have a Lava Runner here, which is annoying. Needle Drop. Okay. So now I'm just going to go pieces. Okay. This is interesting. I think I'm taking Ponder, and do I take Teach by example in case I find Fling? Keep hitting 5 spells on this. Yeah, I don't think I need another bolt because I just don't have enough red mana anyway. I would like to find an untapped land here so I don't have to play out my Ash Barrens. 3 mana? What's 3 mana? Like a Stagger Shock or something? Simian Spirit Guide, Hardcast? What is this deck I'm playing against? Okay, well, I can Ponder and then use Ash Barrens to shuffle. All right, well, I'm just going to shuffle the... I could draw Island, actually. Do I want to draw Island? I mean, drawing Island I think is actually good. And actually, is Curve good too? Oh, I can't draw both because I do have to cycle Ash Barrens. I'm going to bolt this. I think I'm just going to shuffle. There's a Brainstorm. Why don't I just go Brainstorm right now? Let's do it. Nice. This is good. This is good. So I do probably want to go Brainstorm Shuffle. I can shuffle away one of these fjords or even just both of them. I think I do want one of them. I can shuffle away one of these bolts. But I could keep it as well. This is tough. I could just get rid of this teach by example here, even though it might do something. I'll just get rid of a bolt and be a little bit greedy. Interesting. I had like infinite choices there on that brainstorm, so it's hard to say if it was correct or not. Simian Spirit Guide. Like, why do they need Simian Spirit Guide? What do they need to like play faster? Just to have enough mana or something? I don't know. Let's just curve. 9/9, pass. And then next turn I can play pieces with counterspell up. They just got flooded here, it looks like. But, I mean, Simian Spirit Guide, teach by example? What? Do they have some other combos? Teach by example into Chain Lightning? Sure. They have one card left. I'm at 7. I have a counterspell. Ponder. I guess it's better to pieces. No, it's probably better to ponder because then I can have multiple interaction spells available. Oh, there's Fling and Hydroblast. Okay. So I cannot kill this turn. Or no, I can kill with Teach by Example Fling. And there's no way for them to interact with that. So nice. So I attack. Then I show them how to teach by example here. And then same targets. Sweet. Looking good, looking good. I like this Fling art better than the other one as well. I mean, if we were playing the other art, we probably would not have got there, but with this art, easy. All right. Yeah, I like the sideboard playing against Burn. Let's go. They're just, again, trying to live the dream of Teach by Example Fire Blast, but then you're basically like just playing a 2 mana deal 4 that's situational. Yeah, you can like teach by example needle drop and stuff, which is cute, but even then you're just playing another 2 mana needle drop, which like isn't that insane, right? I was about to keep this, but maybe I just don't. This hand's just incredibly clunky. And I don't have any bolts. I do have just both colors of mana. I'll just keep, because I can just lead Fjord and then go turn 2 Island and then leave up these 2 spells. So again, it's not very good, but I think it actually is a keep. Okay, there's a Forgotten Cave. That's actually scary because it means they probably have a lot of spells in hand. Luckily, they didn't play any like recursive damage threat there because I actually don't have any bolts or screds. Lava Spike me. I'm gonna let that resolve actually. They have 4 cards in hand. They suspend Riftbolt. Okay, I'm gonna Frantic Inventory. There's an Ash Barrens. Okay. Lightning Bolt's good. Let's go Preordain. I think I actually do want this Frantic Inventory. Bottom, top. Now the question is, do I let that Riftbolt resolve? And I think the answer is yes. I'll just go to 8 and then still just retain my counterspell for more impactful plays. Chain Lightning Mayu down to 5. They have 3 cards left. They can't Fire Blast right now. Not ideal here, but let's do it. Relic. Okay, that doesn't do anything really. I mean, yeah, I guess it does against Frantic Inventory, but I can just fire off an inventory. They can't pop it yet. Preordain. I don't hate a kind of a weird line. of play Ash Barrens and then just play Frantic Inventory, leaving up blue blue. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because even if I miss on Counterspell on this Frantic Inventory or Hydroblast, I can preordain looking for Hydroblast. Brainstorm Counterspell. I'm at 8. They have 2 cards in hand and a potential card on the table. I think I do need to keep counter and just hope they have a creature at some point for this bolt. Maybe, I mean, they have to make room for teach by examples. Maybe they don't really even have creatures. Lightning bolt me, okay. They like not have Lava Runner in their deck or something? And really need to draw land here. I can play a Pieces of the Puzzle and try to hit a Hydroblast. I think it is better because it also fuels my Serpentine curve. All right, well now I'm just dead. That sucks. Just discard Pieces of the Puzzle here, I guess. Feels bad. Okay, they cycle Forgotten Cave. They might not have much going on, but still, this feels pretty bad. I have to discard 2 cards. Can just discard a Scred, I suppose. I do want to keep Fling, I think. It is awkward when you need to draw lands and then you have Pieces of the Puzzle. Okay, they drew lands, so that's good. They didn't have anything last turn, and they could have Fire Blast here. Are they just going to teach into Fire Blast? Okay, they're drawing a card. Exile the graveyards, sure. Just please play any creature. Okay, nothing is fine, but definitely would rather them play a creature. All right, so now I go pieces, leave up Counterspell. Because I, again, can't play curve yet. I need to leave up counter for sure. All right, there's Hydroblast, nice. I'm not going to play inventory almost no matter what, but I have to discard a card here. So I might as well take inventory and discard it. Oops. Definitely don't want to cast that on my end step. I do want to discard it. They play another mountain, so that's good for me. At 5. Chain Lightning me down to 2. Should I counter it? I think probably. At 5. Just gonna cast Counterspell because then next turn I can go Serpentine Curve with Hydroblast up. Don't do it. I mean, they probably drew a land since they just jammed a land right when they started their turn. Fire Blast me down to 1 and then deal me 1. Okay, they're just doing it now. It's actually good for me. It'd be nice if this told you how big it was going to be, so you don't have to count. 1, 2, 3. Let's just count the non-spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 17. So there's 12 in the yard, so it's a 13, 13. I mean, I just have to go play Ash Barrens, play Serpentine Curve, and then just try to kill them next turn. I can just counter 1 spell, so if they have 2 spells that deal damage, I lose. Otherwise, I think I win. I could bolt them. Is there any reason to? No, it's just not. I think I'll just start by attacking. Then I might even ponder before going for the fling. I think I have it. Another bolt. Okay, well, I can't actually teach by example into fling, but it's not like that does anything. All right, we got him. Whew! Got a match win there. Scared me. I did not want to go 0-3 basically on the day, losing to Burn twice. So we got Chicken and Raffles. That was a close match. They played interestingly. Like the turn they just main phase bolted just seems so bad to me. It's like at that point, just wait at least until end of turn, and then you can just go end of turn, bolt, untap, play something, and resolve it. So I really didn't like that line from the opponent, or really the teach by example after the fire blast, float 2 mana, fire blast, teach by example, and then draw 2. That doesn't make any sense. I guess they wanted to turn on their needle drop, and maybe their hand was super awkward at the time. But that's what teach by example does to you in burn. I really don't think it's good. But it was sweet for us there. All right, we got a match win, and let's go round 2. All right, we're against Cook. This is the creator of the Epic Storm. They have a YouTube as well. He has been a pretty nice guy. I've only interacted a little bit with him. This is the first time I've played them, but we won the die roll. Let's play first. Seems sweet. Gonna keep this hand. This hand is fine. All right, let's see. I think I can just lead Fjord, get it down, then I get my red source in play. I could just preordain turn 1, but I think I like just getting my tap land down. They said epic losing. Oh, that is. I guess no epic store. Oh god, this is the blue-green combo deck. I know what they're on. Well, our removal's not that good here, and our hand's not that great in this matchup either. Let's go cycle Ashburn so we can set up our scry here, and then preordain, and bottom the Boilerworks, top the preordain, go. Let's find just some counter spells here. I'm pretty sure they're on the blue-green combo deck, the Twiddle Storm, Ponder. Maybe not. I don't really know. They have Evolving Wilds. Another island. I would bet they're on that deck, honestly. I mean, I can go teach by example into preordain here. It's a funny line, but I don't hate it. I'm not really. If they are the blue-green deck, they need 4 mana to play the enchant land. Yeah, they could go off potentially, but I don't need double preordain here. I've never done that before either. I think I'm going to do it. Value, double preordain. Never been done before. Bottom, bottom. And then let's go bottom, top, pass. Now we can just pass next turn, make it look like we have counter spells up, and then end of turn double inventory. So that was actually fine. I'm glad that I double teach by, or I double preordained there. Yeah, I did that deck. I was pretty certain it was. Let's just go land, pass. I mean, that would be pretty bold for them just to tap out with that 4 mana enchantment here. I mean, they might do it because they might have like multiple copies in hand or nothing else really going on. But if I had a counterspell, that would be pretty bad for them. I could always go brainstorm here, but I think I like just double inventory, just get those going. And there's the counterspell anyway, so that's huge. That's nice. Inventory, inventory, untap, and there's curve as well. Can't play it yet. What I could do is I could go brainstorm shuffle, because I don't need these really. And then I could play a Fjord. Yeah, I'm just going to lead on brainstorm here. I don't need Scred and Lightning Bolt in this matchup, I don't think. And there's Fling, which is actually really good. I don't think they really have interaction in game 1. I also don't know if I need all these lands either. Why don't I just put back Scred plus Fjord, actually? Because I could always just play Ash Barrens the turn I want to play Curve. No. Let's see. So if I put back Scred plus Ash Barrens, then I go cycle Ash Barrens right now, then play Fjord, and then I have another land drop next turn. I think that's just better. I don't get to preordain. I'm not going to get to preordain this turn anyway and be safe, really, so I'm just going to do this line. I think this is good. I could have put back two, like, lightning bolt and Scred, but I didn't want to do that either. All right, just pass with counter up. Maybe we get got somehow here, but I like this. Oh God. They're just gonna go off. I mean, might as well just let this resolve. I guess I can bolt them here. And then they just go off and kill me. I could have left up more mana to play around something like this. Are they just gonna resolve that and then pass the turn? Interesting. There's another Fjord. They have a ton of mana now. And they can tap my lands a little bit, but yeah, I need as many counters as I can. I could just lead on Preordain here. I could also play pieces, but then there's no chance of me having double counter up. Just go bottom, bottom. I mean, they're going to have something good on this turn. I definitely want to have counter up. I'm just determining if I should, like, play pieces this turn, and I think I need to go for it. I need to just do stuff, I think. Just take pieces and Scred? Do I need another curve? I really don't think a second curve does anything at all. Again, this is bad because they can just go main one, tap one of these, and then main two go off and kill me. They just win by mill, basically. Another Dawn's Reflection. Do I just counterspell this? Or do I just try to counterspell the untap effect? They could have multiple, like, more dream scripts. Okay, they're just letting me untap. Interesting. Frantic Inventory, Ancestral Recall here. I have 6 mana. I think what I want to do is just play a Fjord past the turn, because then I can just go Ancestral Recall, try to hit another counterspell, and then I can find a Teach by example. And then I can go on 8 mana, I can go Serpentine Curve, Teach by example, Double Fling. Yeah, that's the line. I'm just going to pass. They have a ton of mana. They have 6 cards in hand. I'm just going to pass here with all my mana up. I'm surprised they haven't been able to kill me. If they play an untap effect, do I counter it? I think potentially. I'm not really sure. Let me. Oh, they're going deep analysis. Interesting. Let me see. Let me see. Let me pull up this list. I need a refresher. So I think this is basically the list. This player, oh, they do have deep analysis. Yeah, I think this is the list here. So if I counter deep analysis, they can always flash it back. They have muddle, they have peer through depths, they have psychic puppetry, snap. Oh, they have nothing to snap. Interesting. So they probably do need snap to untap their land, like often. Okay, so I'm just going to let this draw spell resolve and just try to counter the untaps. They don't really have interaction game one. I guess they do have muddle the mixture, so they do have interaction actually. Okay. Well, I might want to keep waiting. We'll see what I draw into here. They have 2 men up, so it's probably just muddle the mixture. Hmm. They had to discard a card. What an interesting matchup. So I have 15 cards in the yard, but I can't actually Serpentine plus Fling here. So I think I just go piece of the puzzle looking for more counters. If they go muddle, I think I might just can consider just letting that resolve. Okay. Counterspell and Fling. Do I just put Fling into the yard? I mean, I can always just discard extra cards anyway. Guess I'd rather have Fling in my hand. If I can just discard these Screds, they don't do anything. And then let's just play Island. And then pass the turn. And then if I find a teach by example, I can win. What a funny game. Oh, no, no. Let's see. Can I undo that? I can't undo that? No, I can't. I have to actually undo it. So I can just discard these Screds to make my Serpentine curve bigger. These literally have no targets, right? I have to discard 3 cards. I have 10 cards in hand. So do I just discard Boilworks or do I discard like a Fling or something? They could have like multiple muddles here. I think they definitely do. They definitely have Muddle the Mixture, which is basically just counterspell in this matchup. I should not give them this much time, but my draw has just been kind of awkward. Okay, now I can Serpentine Curve plus Fling for the win. So I'm going to let this resolve, and again, just try to counter all the things that untap. Us not having creatures does make it harder for them because they can't snap. Are they going to just play like a Psychic Puppetry here? Dream Script. Okay. I could just counterspell this, and then they fight over it. I think I'll just counter. I'm not really sure. This is basically just a huge ritual at this point. Muddle the Mixture. They snapped off Muddle. Do I just counter again? They have 7 cards left. I think they can go off here. I just took too long to find my win. I maybe should have played a Serpentine Curve at some point, but oops. But I didn't. And they're just playing a Ponder. Interesting. I mean, using these muddles, they generally need them to tutor ideas unbound. They have 6 cards. There's the ideas unbound. Oh, plus splice onto Arcane. Oh, they double spliced onto Arcane? Okay. So they're doing the thing now. I think this matchup's also not great for us, but not bad. They're just playing Stream of Thought. Did they target me? No, they milled themselves for 4. They should be able to win from here. I mean, I took so long. This is like without doing anything. Peer through depths, untap these 2 things. Okay. And they took Muddle the Mixture. Transmute. Get ideas unbound. Play it. They should be able to mill me out here. They have snaps that are dead, but other than that, they should be fine. They get to bring in Giga Drowse and Negate and Blue Blast if they want it. They are Epic Storming. Yeah, check out Cook's channel. It's the Epic Storm on YouTube. Huge channel. Good content. I've watched a bunch of their videos. I watched the Cycle Storm video they posted recently. He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, hopefully they just fizzle because he had to use like multiple muddles to counter. So if you don't understand what they're doing, if you haven't seen this deck before, they just play these arcane spells and then they splice onto arcane with psychic puppetry. So yeah, maybe I was supposed to save my counter spells, but they had multiple counter backup. I don't think I could have won. I'm not going to concede yet, but I think it's over. We just gave them so much time. And maybe I could have gone for a Serpentine curve at some point, but I don't think I honestly could have. I think they are at a point where they should not fizzle because they only have 14 cards left in their library. So I think it's really unlikely. And they have so much mana now. They just play this 4 mana. This deck is so funny. Just 4 mana enchant land. And they used to play like abundant or not abundant growth, the 2 mana, like one that adds an additional 1 color of any color. But now they just play 6, or maybe they're just playing all Dawn's Reflections. Maybe they're just playing 4. All right, so they have 1,000,000 mana. They just mill me out now. All they need is a Stream of Thought, which I'm sure they have. Stream of Thought for 5. All right. That was enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24 cards. Yeah. Okay. Pyroblasts come in, relics come in. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have any creatures. So I don't think I need any of these. So I might as well have Bonder's Ornaments. And then 1 Lightning Bolt. I have nothing else, right? Shenanigans is dead. Cannonade is dead. Scred is dead. That's my only card that does anything, even though it's really bad. Okay, this is fine. I don't know how this matchup is for us, honestly. I mean, all these Hydroblasts have got to be good, right? Just gave them so much time. They comboed pretty quickly though. Good combo player there. All right, let's go. Pass. They're probably just not going to do anything, and then I'll just inventory. And then I'll probably just tap out for Ornament here. Brainstorm in response to Frantic Inventory. Sure. Do they have a Brainstorm plus Ash Baron shuffle? Another Bonders, okay. I should definitely jam one. They can't play a 4-mana enchantment yet anyway. Ash Barons, yep. So they did have a Brainstorm shuffle. Next turn I can go for Bonder's Ornament again and then have 1 counterspell up. Ooh, there's Mountain? Okay, so they have Pyroblast probably. Okay. I think I'll go Brainstorm looking for land, and we got crushed because we missed. Oh, that sucks. It really sucks. Just put back some Teach by Examples. Just play Bonders into Relic. I don't think they can go off yet, and they can't Pyroblast any of these colorless spells, so let's just do this. Get my Relic down. We're Brainstorm locked at this point, but I might just jam. Well, Serpentine Curve is only like a 2/2 here. Brutal. They end of turn Brainstorm. Peer through depths. Okay, their draw looks a little bit awkward as well. Ideas Unbound. Relic should be good against them. There's Simic Growth Chamber. Okay, that's scary. Again, I cannot play just like a 3/3, I don't think. I don't think that does anything. I think I'll just pass. Sucks, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I can end of turn at least draw one card with Bonders. I don't think they can. I guess they can go off at instant speed, but then they can't stream of thought, so not really. Okay, well, this is an easy counter, and then if they Pyroblast, I can just counter again. So they do have the sideboard mountain. That's interesting. So that resolves, and then I just go counterspell this. Did have to use a lot of my counters there, which is unfortunate. I could even pop Relic here to draw a card, but I don't think I'm going to. Do I have to just Serpentine Curve? It's so bad. It's just a 5/5. I mean, I guess that's better than waiting. I have Relic up. I'm just gonna do it. 5/5 go. I should Relic them. So I have Relic up or Pyroblast up. They can play a Market Festival and then try to play like a spell to untap it. I wonder if they have Snap still. Okay, so Dawn's Reflection unfortunately is going to resolve, but then I can counter a blue spell right here. Snap would crush me. Just gonna untap. Boil works. It's just so bad. Do I hold on to the Relic? This 5/5 Fractal is looking pretty silly. They have 5 cards in hand. It's just terrible. Popping Relic just now is so bad. All right, just pass. Definitely need this Pyroblast. I can even consider going Teach by Example into Pyroblast. Okay. Frantic Inventory, draw 2. Okay. I can also Teach by Example into that. Let's just go play land, Relic you, and then attack with my Fractal. Yeah, I mean, Teach by Example into Frantic Inventory isn't bad. I think I'll just do that on their end step, if anything. They're at 10. Then I can still Teach by Example into Fling potentially. Oh, they're playing a Giga Drowse here? Yeah. So tap all my things that make mana, basically. So should I just Teach by Example into inventory? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 2 things targeting Boilerworks. So they're letting me hold up 2 mana, but no red mana. All right, well, why don't I just... I mean, I might as well just Teach by Example into inventory here. I think it's correct. And I draw 4, draw all lands. That's pretty unfortunate. Probably gonna die here because I have nothing left. All right. They wouldn't go for that unless they had it. They have to have something next turn, right? Wonder if I could have played this any differently. I mean, I definitely could have. And they have the Psychic Puppetry here. All right, resolves. I mean, there is a chance I can like maybe break up the combo with Relic, but they can probably just play around that. Especially if they can just make a million mana and then storm and mill me out this turn, which they can definitely do. I don't know if they're going to be able to without with the Relic on the field though. I guess they can tap my last two islands at some point. Yeah, Psychic Puppetry just getting tacked onto these arcane spells is just insane. It just makes them all like draw three cards, and make a bunch of mana. I'm basically not going to respond until they stream of thought. There's another Ideas Unbound. Okay, that's three ideas down. Brainstorm. They have a lot of mana, but again, without getting Ideas Unbound back from the yard, can they do it? That I'm not sure. The bad news is just drawing four lands off the Teach by Example and Frantic Inventory was brutal. They have 10 cards in hand. They're just brainstorming a bunch. I mean, that's a good sign for me, but it doesn't really mean anything. Okay, third Dawn's Reflection. Transmute. Okay, are they going to get Ideas Unbound? The fourth one? Oh, they get Peer Through Depths. Okay. Peer Through Depths plus Psychic Puppetry here. And untap this, make a bunch of mana. Okay, they're tapping my islands now. Okay, well, now I can just float mana, I guess, for Relic. Because they can't really move out of this main phase that well. I guess they can try to. Deep Analysis got revealed for Peer Through Depths. Okay. So they can draw four more cards. Are they going to pass and go to main two? Transmute Muddle. Okay, get Ideas Unbound or get Peer Through Depths? Get Ideas Unbound, okay. Now I think they're trying to pass the turn here, or pass to main two and then go off. So I have to just Relic right now, right? I have to. Because yeah, they can just go to main two and then continue to go off, or they just can't, but I think I'm dead. Because now they go Ideas Unbound, Psychic Puppetry. And I think they got me. That deck just takes so long. Like I guess the clock is like even, so I can't complain. But when it's going off, you're just like, okay, just sitting here. It is a really sweet deck. And Deep Analysis, Flashback, Deep Analysis. Okay, Market Festival. Yep. I mean, they should be able to just untap this land a bunch of times and then mill me out, I believe. Maybe not. I put pieces of the puzzle that I drew off the Relic. Okay. Can find a fling maybe. If I don't die, which I mean I really think I'm gonna die. Cycle Ash Barrens? What? Just to thin, maybe? Or did they fizzle? Don't they still have Psychic Puppetry in hand? Storm count 16, but that just doesn't matter. They chose to shuffle? Did they just not have it? 3 mana. This has to be Psychic Puppetry, right? From hand? Yeah. Just untap those, make a million mana. 9 cards left still. I mean, again, they should have it, but maybe they can't mill me out. 12 mana. Market Festival. 8 cards in hand, 15 in library. That should be a win, right? I mean, I did mill a bunch of their ideas unbound. Flashback Deep Analysis. 10 cards in hand, 13 in library, with a land, a bounce land with 5 essentially Market Festivals on it. Stream of Thought, targeting me. Sure. I wonder if they don't have it. Transmute. Get ideas unbound. Puppetry. Okay. I mean, they're functioning, but they're struggling. Why'd they cast Stream of Thought? Just because maybe they just have the win? Dawn's Reflection, a million mana. I don't know if they have enough mana though. Stream of Thought, targeting them. Because they need to shuffle back in cards. Can they win? I'm not sure. Ideas Unbound, Psychic Puppetry, yep. Deep Analysis. I mean, they might just be able to keep doing this loop. But I'm not sure, because they need to make enough mana to Stream of Thought me out. And let's see, they need to make how much mana? Mill 4. So they basically need to make 35 mana. Or a little bit less than that. 30 mana, right? I guess each time they tap it, yeah, they make 14 mana, so it's actually not that hard for them to do. So they should have it here, right? I guess they need to untap that land a couple times. Maybe they can't. It's possible. They do have 9 cards in hand. Transmute, Muddle, get Peer Through Depths, and then Peer Through Decks for Puppetry, maybe? Interesting. They also have, I mean, they had to bring in Pyroblasts and stuff. So they get Puppetry. Are they Peer Through Depths? Are they splicing the Puppetry onto it? It's hard to tell. I think they are. And then they reveal Stream of Thought. But again, I don't think they have enough mana yet. I think they need to untap another time. They're at 7. So if they flashback Deep Analysis and they don't kill me, then I win with Fractal. But again, I think I'm dead still. I'll just let them continue to go off. Because I just don't know at this point. There's 22 mana. Puppetry. And I think that's enough mana for Stream of Thought, and they have it in hand. Wow, impressive. And another Puppetry, yeah. And then Stream of Thought for super lethal. I think this is in hand. I don't want to just concede when I've waited this whole time. And then they just cast it, replicated a bunch. They got us. GG's. I wonder if I could have done anything differently. I'm really not sure. I could have not played Fractal that early. Got crushed there. I mean, our only interaction in game one really is Counterspell. And they even have the essentially 4 Counterspell because they have 4 Muddle the Mixture. So maybe that matchup's not as good as I think because I can't really like control the game with my removal spells. So yeah, I got crushed by that deck. I'm like 2-2 against that deck lifetime. Uh, well, not trying to hate, but I don't think that deck is actually good. There's a lot of things like imagine playing that deck against just like aggressive decks. You really have to have everything. I know they have a lot of sideboard like Weather and Moment's Peace and stuff, but it feels like just something like Stompy or Burn is going to be pretty tough. I'm not really sure. I'm not that experienced with the deck, but also counter spells like if you're playing against Fae, they can put pressure on you while having good counter spells. Even like Spell Stutter Sprite counter spell seems rough, but I mean it's a really cool deck. So props for that. They just crushed me. So I probably shouldn't be saying it's bad, but I'm just getting crushed here. Snap keep. It's always interesting to lead Preordain or Fjord here. A lot of times I do like to lead Fjord because most of your red sources are tapped. So by playing a tap land, you get to have like your red source untapped on 2. So like if they played a creature, let's say that you want to kill, then you can go Preordain, look for Bolt, and still Bolt on turn 2. Whereas if you Preordain on 1, you can't do that. Okay, Burn again. Well, this is going to be a lot more straightforward than that Storm deck. I will just go Fjord. Again, if they just play a Thermal Alchemist, I could Preordain looking for Bolt, or yeah, looking for, I guess, just exactly Bolt. Yep. Could also just leave up Counterspell here. This is so annoying. I'll just leave up Counterspell one time because I can at least Frantic Inventory. It's just annoying that Thermal Alchemist is probably going to deal me 2 or 3 damage here. But I can't even find Scred yet anyway, so I have to find literally exactly Bolt with Preordain. Being on the draw is brutal here. Yeah, and they get just to turn on Skewer. Should I just counter this? Honestly, I think I should. I don't want them to not play another spell this turn. I think I'm just going to counter it while I can. Lava Runner? Jeez. Alright, well, I'm in really bad shape. Because I don't have any removal somehow. And just ping me now. Sure. Pieces of the puzzle? I don't have time for that right now. Let's look for Bolt or Scred. There's Bolt and Teach by Example. Let's just go bottom, top. Suppose I just go get Mountain, play it, play Bolt, and then take 2 off this. It sucks, but I could curve next turn if I have to. That's obviously not a very good play, but I can also pieces next turn to try to find another removal spell for this, but I think Thermo is much more threatening. Thermo is guaranteed 1 damage next turn and most likely 2 or 3, where Get 2 is just guaranteed 2. So just have to take 2 off Get 2 here. Hope they have a couple more lands in hand. Again, I'm probably just playing pieces next turn. Just take another hit off this and then play a big snake. 3 mana. Rift Bolt me. Okay. They have 1 card left. I'm at 8. Fling. Okay. Fling is interesting. Let's go pieces. Bolt or Scred, please. In the top 5. Okay, nice. It's a good 2 cards to hit. Now I do need more lands. I'm doing reasonably. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells, but this is only a 6/6 right now. So it's not that good yet. They have 2 cards in hand. Do they have another Lava Runner? What is this? Just a Lightning Bolt or something? I think they have a Fire Blast, and they're going to play it right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Fire Blast into They have 2 mana into Needle Drop, into Bolt. Please no. Please no, opponent. Okay, okay. I have to just go Frantic Inventory looking for land. Leave up Counterspell. Because if I hit a land, I can Pieces the Puzzle with Counter Up. Rift Bolt. God. Land? Okay. Let's go land. Pieces of the Puzzle. So I die to any top deck from them. But I need to do this. Okay, God. Just hit all lands on those pieces of the puzzle, basically. I need to counter the Rift Bolt and hope they don't have another spell, but I'm probably dead. We're 1-1 against Burn on the day. Let's see if we can take them out in this match. Probably losing this game, like I said. They have so many things that kill me, but they also have 2-drops and stuff now that they cannot cast. Okay. Let's see. Let's count what this actually is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9/9. Dog just trying to say goodnight as usual. So I can make a 9/9, but then I just don't have any counters up. I die to anything. Instead, I can just go Pieces of the Puzzle, look for Counterspell. I think I like that better. Don't bolt me in response to this. That would be brutal. Okay, okay. Well, I can take Preordain Bolt. I don't need these Serpentine Curves. Let's go play land, play Preordain, looking for counter. No. Oh, man. I'm just going to act like I have Counterspell here instead of pondering. Maybe that's wrong. Let's see. How many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I have 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, I'm not even going to be able to win next turn, unfortunately. I need them to basically just have like uncastables in their hand, which is pretty rough. Don't think that's really going to be possible. Lava Spike me. Got me. Okay. Let's go Hydroblasts in. Cannonade, Double Teach out. Got the Burn Sideboard plan down. I was thinking with this deck as well to like run a Forest and a couple Weather the Storms in the sideboard, but I don't think the like Burn matchup is necessarily that bad that you need to do it. I think this is just a fine sideboard playing. Could have the 4th Hydroblast. Man, this draw is pretty damn clunky. I think it's just too slow. I'm just gonna mulligan. Gosh, the 1 Boilworks hand. Jeez, going to 5. Not looking good here. Basically have to hope the opponent mulligans. They kept 7. Let's keep. So I think I'm supposed to just put back double Ash Barrens here and keep all my gas. Whoops. That could be wrong as well. Maybe I should have like kept one of the Ash Barrens to cycle after this Ponder. But I like just looking for lands, and then I can just go like 1, 2, 3 here. I mean, this is obviously not good, but all right. Well, I mean, this is a keep. It's no interaction, but it is what it is. I'll Frantic Inventory on 2. And then I'll just Pieces of the Puzzle on 3. Could also just Counterspell here, obviously. They play something that's like a recursive threat. If they just like Lava Spike or Bolt me, I'll just let that resolve. All right, they play Mountain. They have 6 cards to our 4. So we're definitely in trouble. They're deciding what to play, what to bait with, basically, most likely. Lava Runner. Just gonna counter it. I don't have removal for it now, which sucks. But I just need to counter this. Because they're probably just gonna play a removal spell. Hey, bud. Yeah. Okay. Go land pieces here. And they just bolted me? Okay. Another Frantic is interesting. Would have been interesting actually just to put that Frantic inventory in the yard and not take it, but I think taking it is actually correct. I'm not positive. Maybe I don't have enough time, but again, I think it's correct. I want to just draw more cards. I'm still at 14 for now. They've just played 2 bolts. There's another Lava Runner. Okay. Can find removal for that. This is like exactly, even though Fling has been good sometimes, maybe 1 Fling is the correct number, because when you have it in your hand early, it's literally just a dead card. You can only use it on your combo turn, so I think next time I will try 1 Fling. Attack, Skewer, Skewer. Needle Drop, I'm at 8. They have 2 cards left. Need to find removal for this. It's looking bad. Another Frantic Inventory, okay. I guess I'm just pondering. Let's go top, top. I have to take Bolt though, so I can't really take a land, which sucks. And again, I'm just kind of in a spot here where I just have to hope to not die, which is not a great place to be. I'm drawing a land, so I can play 2 Frantic Inventories next turn, or I can just play a Serpentine Curve. Neither of those choices seem great to me. I also wonder if I should build this deck with just like, like Thought Scours, Mental Notes. And you could even like consider like playing a combo-ish version where you ritual out stuff and then Serpentine Curve, but that just seems so aggressive. Like, I don't think that could actually be good. I wonder if Manamorphose could be good because it's a spell that goes to the graveyard that doesn't essentially cost any mana. Copying it with Teach by Example doesn't really work. It looks like the opponent just disconnected and then reconnected real quick. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of directions you could take this deck. Again, cutting this card could be reasonable as well because you have cantrips and you have pieces of the puzzle, so also having Frantic Inventory is just a lot. Okay, Bolt finally resolves. I'm F6'd. Missed our land drop. And then they have 3 cards in hand and I'm at 8, so I'm just likely to die here. And I'm not even drawing any interaction next turn. They cycle Forgotten Caves, okay. I'm drawing land. Bolt. Bolt Fire Blast. Needle Drop Fire Blast. Well, no Fire Blast yet. Okay. Just go inventory, pass, and then play an inventory at the end of their turn. Just at least pretend we have counterspell. Land, I like to see that. 3 mana, skewer me down to 1. All right, let's draw some cards. Okay. I think I tap Island Island and just play Ancestral Recall right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a 9/9. I just need it to be a 10/10 anyway. Okay. It's just Ancestral. Pyroblast? Okay. I probably should have played Island there to make them scared of something, because then I could have, if they drew a spell, they might have waited. GG's. 1 and 2. Played against Burn a ton. Not doing as well as I would like, but that'll happen. Let's see if we can win out in at least 3 through this league. I'll see you in round 4. All right, welcome to round 4 here. Kind of getting crushed today, but that'll happen. Just gotta keep our head up, keep this hand. I'm just gonna lead Fjord for sure here. I don't want to brainstorm yet. I don't have a shuffle effect, and I don't need to put anything back for pieces or anything like that. So yeah, just lead Fjord and then play Island, leave out counter, and then inventory. This is, again, I said it in round 1 of this video. Why I like inventory is not because it's like so insane, but leaving up counterspell or mana and then getting to inventory end of turn, it's like you can't really do that with Behold the Multiverse, which is why I just like the inventory package so much better. Okay, looks like we're just against Boros Bully here, which is an interesting matchup. I don't know how it's going to be, but it should be fun. I think if we make... Oh, there's the Cannonade. Nice. I think if we make a big enough... if we make a big enough snake, it's just going to be tough for them to deal with it. I mean, I know they could have Journey, but we can have Counterspell for that. They don't have any Pyroblast game 1, so... It's an interesting Plains. Guardian of the Guild Pack? Well, I definitely do not want that to resolve. Just counter it. I could end of turn Brainstorm here to use my mana. Okay. So I get to put 1 spell back that I can hit with this piece of the puzzle. Which card do I want to show them? I guess just I want to show them Teach by Example. Or I can put back like a land to miss on pieces of the puzzle, but I think I want all my lands. So it's just guaranteed a hit off this Teach by Example, I suppose. And I could always just not take it because I don't need that many Teach by Examples as well. I think I am going to go pieces here. So I can take Scred pieces, or I can take Teach by Example plus something. I think I like... Oh, maybe I just don't need Scred. It'd be kind of annoying if they take the Monarch, but honestly not the end of the world. Also, I might have to discard a card here. I guess I can just take Scred pieces, then play Boiler Works, discard Scred. I mean, that's kind of a weird line, right? Maybe I just shouldn't even have Cath pieces this turn and just held up Counterspell. I think I definitely want this. I think I'll just take this too. I'm not that confident. I guess I'll just play land and pass so I don't have to discard. Palace Sentinels. Okay, like I said, that's annoying, but that's definitely beatable. Problem is now I have less mana because I didn't play Boiler Works, which also is annoying. Let's just go pieces. don't know if I really have time for this inventory. Just like Bolt Ponder, play Ponder. Just shuffle these. I already have all those basically. Okay, now I have to discard 2 cards. I could just discard either double curve or curve plus teach. I definitely want Cannonade. Or I could discard double teach. Because next turn I can go teach by example into curve and have 2 big things, which isn't bad. Double teach or curve teach. I could also discard bolt teach. That's interesting. I'm actually going to do that. I want the island because again, I want to have 6 mana to go teach into curve, and then I can just go teach into curve again, which I think is going to be tough for them to deal with. I like it. They can do some pretty good stuff here, but they just play a guardian. Yeah, that's fine. Protection from monocolored. These are actually multicolored. Pretty funny. All right, let's do it here. Just go teach into curve. Make 2 13/13s. Their guardian does not have protection from these fractals, which is pretty funny. And yeah, they could have Journey and O-Ring, but that's their only answers to these, I think, in their entire deck. They can play chump blockers, but I even have a Cannonade. Just their bolts just do nothing against this. And a lot of the recent builds play even less journeys, so this is looking sweet. Next turn I can just make 2 more. I can make 2, is it 15/15s next turn? If I want. This deck is sweet, and I think Teach by Example is worth it in the deck. Because a lot of situations like this, making 2 big things, even though you have to tap out, is just so much better than 1. Seeker of the Way, sure. And then Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech. Damn, just had it. Just always had it. Now I get to go kill their birds and just send with both fractals. And then just probably play another Serpentine Curve or leave up Counterspell even. Oh god, they even tapped this. So they only have 1 blocker as well. I mean, it's just insane that I happen to have the 1 Cannonade in the main. I don't think they have any spell they can play right now. I also have an Ancestral Recall here, which I could fire off to try to find Fling. They just concede, yeah. Nice. They get to bring in a bunch of Pyroblasts. I think I want all of this. It's a lot of stuff to bring in. I think the bolts and the screds aren't quite as good. I could just side out bolt entirely. The only thing that really matters for bolt is Seeker of the Way. But most of their other creatures are like Thraben Inspector, Battle Screech tokens, Squadron Hawk, just like everything that gets value. And bolt and scred really aren't that great in this matchup. Might even rely on less targeted removal because again, I just want to rely on Cannonade and maybe try to counter their like strands and stuff. Ooh, this deck could definitely use some dispels, like at least in the sideboard. I should probably go down to 1 Fling. I know they can chump the curve token a lot, but 2 Fling is a lot, especially when they have like a bunch of Pyroblasts. Siding out this much, that many bolts is a little bit greedy, but maybe I just don't need Bonder's Ornament in this matchup. maybe that's a little bit too slow here. All right, let's try it like this. Again, Scred is bad against most of their deck. Most of their deck is just trying to like be all value based, where removal is not that good against it. So I want to just kind of rely on Cannonade and hope to get around Strands, because like if you just bolt like a Squadron Hawk, it's so bad. All right, this draw is clunky, but I'm definitely gonna keep. They're on 6. I get to go Relic into Boiler Works and then start inventorying. I'm on the draw too, so I'm likely to be able to draw out of this. Relic's really good against them as well. Did they keep 6 cards? Yeah. Could get my Boiler Works down, but I think I'll just go pass. So I can just start inventorying here. Squadron Hawk. Well, I cannot counter that, so that kind of sucks. They just probably get 1 Hawk here, or I guess they get 2 because they have a land. All right, so we know about 2 more Hawks. They play Crag. There's Teach by example. Okay. Now I wonder if I should just play another basic to play Frantic Inventory. Yeah, because then I also have counter up. I mean, they're probably just going to play some Hawks. And then I'll just end of turn inventory. Definitely not cracking Relic. Relic is good against Strands. It's good against Battle Screech. It's okay against looting. They have like so much graveyard synergy. Could take 1. They're just going to play out 2 Hawks here. It's fine. They're going to get another. They choose to not. Maybe they had 2 Hawk. Maybe they had a Hawk in hand. If they Pyroblast this, I would fight. Okay. Again, not going to crack Relic here. Yeah, if I Boiler Works, I have to discard. I don't like that. Just going to go land, pass. I want to just counter stuff, and then I could even go Teach by example into pieces of the puzzle next turn, which is a play I actually really like. Because it really fills up your graveyard for snakes, and it finds you in more interaction, finds cannonades. So, seems really good to me. Hawk. I might just even counter this, as weird as that is. I think I'm going to. It's a really weird play, but again, I'm planning to go teach into pieces. So I would rather just fire that off now because I'm not going to have counterspell up next turn anyway, and I'm probably going to find a counterspell off my double pieces. Or yeah, I mean, I guess they could play a Pyroblast here. Maybe I should wait 1 more turn. Because then I can have Hydroblast up when I go teach into pieces. All right, I'm going to do that. It's kind of weird. I could have also just cast pieces without playing teach, but I think I like this too. I'm not under that much pressure yet. Countering the Hawk was pretty bad, but it also like just keeps some pressure off me, buys me time. Seeker of the Way. All right, resolves. That's a problem. Thraben Inspector. Okay. They only have 3 cards left. They could easily have Strands here though. That's maybe what they're doing. I just have like all lands. Probably just gonna have to hope they don't have Rally the Peasants. All right, let's just stick to the plan. Let's just go teach into pieces with Hydroblast up. Double pieces. All right, let's take Cannonade, even though they know about it, plus Curve on the first one. And then counterspell plus curve on the second one. And then I can just play a preordain, or I can leave up Relic Activation and leave up Hydroblast. Does Hydroblast do anything on this board? Not really. I mean, it could counter a bolt that could allow me to survive if they have exactly Rally, but just go bottom, top. Then I have to discard 2 cards. Oh, I think I'll just discard 2 lands at this point. They draw up to 4, sure. They're attacking with everything. Okay, they might not have strands. They're not pumping at all. Okay, that's good for me. Another Seeker of the Way. Okay. I feel like they do have strands. I could counter it, but then they can flash it back before I can relic it. If I find a removal spell for this, right, that's an Ancestral Recall. They definitely have strands, like 100%. And it gets their Seeker of the Ways trigger prowess as well. 1, 2, 6 mana, 7 mana. What about just play curve, leave up 3 mana? I think that's best, honestly. Then I leave up Counterspell, Frantic, and Relic Activation, and Hydroblast. Should I leave up blue, blue, blue? I think so. All right, just play an 11-11 pass. Again, they're kind of forced to like continue to leave strands up here. Now their Seeker of the Ways are kind of busted. All right, I'm going to counter this journey. Just let these triggers resolve. Again, I can't, there's no way to go for Cannonade here, but I will try to fight over this journey. They need to have double Pyroblast backup to kill this, which they could have. Okay, they don't. So they can attack for 2. Oh, they're just attacking with everything? Do they have Rally for the win? Bolt me? Is that game? I go to 7. 1, 2, 3, plus 4. It's 7, yeah. Wait, I can counter this. I can counter this. I almost just totally fucked up. So they need another bolt now. They're at 29. They might still have strands. I might be okay now. I'm at 3. How can I get out of this? They can only attack for 2 right now. Do I just start with Ancestral Recall? All right, there's a Scred. It's interesting. I can't counter a strands right now, but they can't flash it back either. I can go Preordain to start. I have 5, 6 mana. So if I find a counter here, I don't. It's a draw 4 though. I don't even know if I need that. It's so weird to bottom it. I am worried about them having strands. I need like interaction now, kind of. I just don't think I need it because I have this pieces as well. 4 or 5 mana. So I can still go brainstorm. But then I don't have enough mana really for cannonade plus counter anyway. Alright. So at this point, let's just relic them. Do I go for Scred on a Hawk or the Seeker of the Way? Maybe the Hawk. It's kind of weird. But I can just block this. Are they F6? No, they're not. Okay. Now, should I just play a curve? I died to a lot of stuff. I think no, because I can brainstorm to look for counterspell or something. Do I want to play anything else like a relic? I don't think so. I'm just going to pass here. I can get hit for 2 and survive and then try to win on my next turn. They're just attacking for 1. I'm not going to go for Cannonade again. Now their creatures are untapped for strands, which is annoying. Squadron Hawk. Alright, I guess I let it resolve. Now the question is, do I go for Cannonade here? Let's go for Brainstorm. There's another Cannonade and a Fling. And a Hydroblast, for what that's worth. Okay. I will go for an end of turn Cannonade now. Because maybe they don't even have strands. They have 3 cards in hand. They have to have it. Yeah, so they go strands here. At 2. So I don't know how I'm going to get around this. I guess I need to go pieces of the puzzle and try to find a counterspell. Teach by example and Fling. That's so close. I think it's just not enough. Because I'm dead in the air. I can draw a card with Relic. But then I don't have enough mana. Because they have a flashback strands here. Oh, they're flashing back strands right now? Whoa. This was such a bad play? What are they doing? I think they just lost because because duh, I can just get rid of that strands. Never mind. Okay, well, I'm bad. Duh, I can just relic away that. I'm so bad. Okay, I want to leave up Hydroblast here. So now I just attack, and then I can probably win next turn. How much mana do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gee, that was so bad. I can go Serpentine Curve into Teach Fling. Looting. I guess I could have just countered that, but I'd rather counter a Lightning Bolt. Because they can flashback looting as well. 4 mana Battle Screech. Okay, that's fine, right? Because I can go double Fling. How big is this? Do I really have to count this? Let's count the non-spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in exile out of 30, so it's a 21. So I can hit for 42. Okay, so this is, I mean, I can't respond anyway, I guess. But they're dead, they're dead. Whew, what a game. I almost just like totally fucked that up. I was like, why are they stranding now? And it's like, duh, because I relic. I wasn't even thinking about it. And I just got lucky. It's embarrassing for me. All right, let's go curve. I guess they could have Pyroblast. Teach. Oh my god, I just misclicked. I tapped both my red mana. Oh no, and I can't find any other red source. I lose now. Oh no. Such a long game and then just a misclick at the last second. It feels so fucking bad. God damn it. God damn it. I had the fling and I just misclicked after playing so bad there. Fuck. Fuck. Oh my god, it hurts. It hurts. Trip Hydroblast might even be too much in this matchup. God damn it. Oh my god. I guess Fling is also pretty risky against Strands. Holy shit, that was so bad. All I needed to do was not misclick there, and then I just get to go on to the next match. Instead, I have to just play out game 3. Probably lose. Oh my god. Feels bad. I'm sure it hurts even worse to watch it, honestly. Like, watching people make mistakes just, like, always tilted me, honestly. When I, like, I mean, I still watch a lot of content, but oh man, that sucked. I just kept a red source. Oh god, the pain. I could have tapped so many different ways. I don't even know if I needed my other snake. All right, let's just try to focus and do well in this game at this point. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not great, but I'll allow it. I'll let it resolve. See if they have another one. No. I think I'm taking Cannonade plus Counterspell. Even if they know about it, it's still pretty good to have it. Especially considering I have a counter, but oh my god. It's just like a misclick early is bad, but it's not as detrimental, but just like late game, especially when you're just going for the win and you misclick. I haven't done that for a long time, but holy crap. Okay, let's just pass. I'll just take 2 off that Guardian, no big deal. And now I have 9 minutes as well. Jeez. I think we're going to teach by example into inventory here, by the way. Raven Inspector. Do I just counterspell this? No, I'll just let it resolve. Okay. Are they just going to leave up strands already? That is fine. Just go teach. Inventory. Oilworks Fling. Okay, I think I will Brainstorm right now. Didn't have a shuffle effect yet, but now I do. So let's put back, I guess, Boilerworks. So I'm going to go down to 8 cards, draw a card up to 9. Just not going to be able to Boilerworks here. Do I want to even shuffle an upkeep or do I want everything? Double Hydroblast is kind of a lot. Just get rid of one of these. And upkeep, Ashburns. I think I'll get Island here actually. And draw a card to teach by example. Let's just go preordain. Curve and inventory. Top, top. 9 cards in hand. I don't want to teach inventory. I want to teach curve like next turn or the turn after. We'll have to discard a card here. What am I discarding? I mean, I guess Hydroblast is my worst card. Maybe Fling? Fling seems pretty good, actually. I think Hydroblast. They're just cracking Clue. I want land. I could just discard Cannonade. It's kind of weird, but maybe they're scared it shows like I could have another Cannonade. All right. I just don't need it, I think. I'd rather have Hydroblast to fight Pyroblasts. I have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 mana. So yeah, I think I'm going Teach into Snake next turn with Hydroblast up. We'll see what they do. Thraben. I could just try to counter this. I'm just going to let it resolve. Maybe discarding that was bad. Do I go for Frantic Inventory now? I think so. Ancestral. Okay. There's another Teach. So I could just go double Teach into Curve. I think I'm pretty safe to not die. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, let's not do it because I don't have enough mana for that. So never mind. Let's just go Teach into Curve with Hydroblast up. Okay, pass. Then next turn I can Teach into Fling with double counter up. Crack Clue. Again, very key though, like when you make such a bad misplay like I just did, really make sure to not get too tilted. Because if you get super tilted, it's just going to make you play worse. And it's like, I needed to be able to win this game. I was upset. That was like a pretty bad misplay for me. Like, I have not done something like that in a long time. But man, I mean, I feel like I kept a pretty level head for how bad that mistake was. And now I think I just win because they only have 1 red mana. So I guess I can attack with both. Oh, they can have strands also, but I think I have enough mana. Let's not mess up here. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, and this costs 4. So I have Teach into Fling with double counter up. I'll just start by attacking with both. And I even have double Hydroblast as well. They go chump chump. And then I go Teach into Fling, leaving up all blue mana. Yeah, they can have strands, but I can counter both copies of strands. So if they tap out for strands, I can still beat that. Teach into Fling. And then they're going for strands, and then I have to counter both copies. Wow. That was pretty impressive from this deck, honestly, because they get to flashback here, but I have another counter. Made 2 14/14s, and then countered double strands for the win. Oh, God. That was almost just so brutal. About to just, like, jump out of that league if I lost that game three. So thank God. So I mean, ultimately, yeah, that was such a bad mistake. But in the end, I still was able to get the match win barely. I mean, I was pretty favored there. I didn't really even need to go for that. I had two 14-14s unless I knew definitively that I could win or thought definitively that I could win. So luckily I didn't get punished. It was the same outcome. So let's try to 3-2 this league. So far my results are 4-1, 0-2 drop, and now I'm 2-2 in this league. We've beaten Burn once, we lost to Burn twice, we lost to Twiddlestorm, and then we just beat Boros Bully. Boros Bully seems like a reasonable matchup for us. I kind of like playing against the non-counterspell decks. It just is easy kind of to set up wins, but I'll see round five. All right, open to round five of the second league of this video, which I basically never do. Would you like to play first? I would. I would like to mulligan a one Boil Works, no other land hand, and I'm snap keeping this and snap bottoming this fling. I think one fling is the right number. Now, after even just playing these 7 matches, just when you draw it early like this, it's so bad. You have a lot of like ways to find it, and you really don't need to. So let's keep bottom. Okay. They mulled the 6. They kept 6. I'm gonna get my red source down like I like to do. We'll see what we're up against. Okay, it's Affinity. Yeah, they could do something good next turn. I mean, maybe I'd counter like a Pathetic Prism or something. I'll just pass. I can always just preordain on turn 3. Frogmite. Alright, that resolves. I'll just scred that. Or I can just even Cannonade, as weird as that is. Cannonade's not that great in this matchup. I think I'm just going to ignore this for a turn. Just going to preordaining, not worry about this Ash Barrens for now. Let's go bottom, top. I'll take a Brainstorm. I have an Ash Barrens to go with it. Not that it's that great, but now if they attack for 2, I can take it and just scred the Frogmite because I can shuffle away this Cannonade. Oh, they don't have any lands? Rough. Do I Brainstorm right now and then shuffle on upkeep? I don't see why not. All right, Cannonade's going away. So I guess I just don't shuffle on upkeep because everything else is good. So I just go to my turn, shuffle away 1 card. So I don't want to draw Cannonade, actually. I'll just get Island, play Preordain. Another Curve. And a Teach by Example. I'm pretty far off Teach by Example because I need 6 mana for that. That being said, both of these aren't bad because they're stuck not doing anything. I can just like play a 5/5 snake and then a 6/6 snake or something. I don't think I need second curve. Do I want Teach by Example? I think I'll take it. I could see waiting to get to 6 mana and then just going Teach into snake here. All right, they hit a land. They don't have probably the colors they need. They probably need blue mana, maybe black mana. Well, drawing another Teach sucks. All right, let's pass. We're kind of stuck now too. I'm actually going to counter this. I hate this card. I don't think it's good, but they actually need to fix their colors, I think. Fling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7/7. All right, let's go. Because I can attack for 7, and then I can just Teach into Fling next turn. So I have a win next turn. Oh god, blue mana, Thoughtcast. Prism. Well, I might still have the win. I don't think they can interact. Maybe they have Dispel? I mean, I can play around it. Are they F6'd? No, I don't think they are. They could have Dispel. I'm just going to wait. Sometimes that deck does play Dispel. Witching Well is fine. I'm still in good shape. I mean, I can go for the win at any point here. They're not likely to have interaction, but Dispel is basically what I'm worried about. If I draw another land, I can go Teach, Fling, or Teach, Fling with Counterspell up. And I still just have a 7/7. I think I'm just going to counter this. They have another one. Sure. I'm going to attack, and then if they go for the Gallop then I'll just go for the combo at that point. Hope they don't have Dispel. Yeah, they could, but I'm expecting block plus Gallop. Galvanic Blast resolves. Let's go Teach. I feel like they might have Dispel here. Teach into Fling. Please. Same targets. All right, nice. Fling, Gallop Blast. So they did have the double Gallop Blast, interesting, but they would rather trade Mirror Enforcer than use Gallop Blast? I don't really understand that. So they could... Oh, they could have... When I put Teach by Example on the stack, they could have Gallop Blasted my thing in response. In response to Teach, they could have Gallop Blasted. So the line I took actually ended up being poor, I think, because of that. All right, I really like Hydroblast. Counters their Fling, kills their Atogs, counters their Atogs, counters their Galvanic Blasts if they still have those, and they bring in Pyroblast that it counters. So I really like Hydroblast in this matchup. Excuse me. I know they have some blue card draw, but I don't like Pyroblast as much. I do like Shenanigans. This is coming out. Bonders is like fine, but I think it's slow. I don't know how much interaction they're actually going to have for a Fling. This matchup actually seems pretty good because I think they have trouble, like, if I just make a 10/10 or a 15/15, I don't think they really have many ways to kill it other than Pyroblast. Bolt is pretty bad here. Most of their stuff is like 4/4s or a Tog. Yeah, they have some Frogmites, but people generally shave on that card. And I mean, I don't really care about a Frogmite anyway, for the most part. So I think I'll keep the Flings, the Teach, all the card advantage. We get to bring in Shenanigans and Hydroblast. Is there anything else I want? Could bring in like, I don't hate bringing in like 1 to 2 Pyroblast, but let's just try it like this and see if I see like extra blue spells or something, like multiple copies of One Mind or something, I'll consider the Hydroblast. But I like just, or the Pyroblast, but I like just Hydro for now. Okay, I don't know if I've been misspeaking this whole time. I like Hydroblast. I don't like Pyroblast as much in this matchup. Get this Fling out of my opening hand. All right, Darksteel go. Cleansing Wildfire would be an interesting card for this deck as well. Don't need another island. Teach is good, but I think it's just too slow for right now. Yeah, I want more cantrips and a red source and stuff. Prism, okay. I can just ponder next turn. I'd rather leave up counter here. They have 7 cards. Thraben Inspector. All right, we'll let that resolve. Sucks. Those things are just not quite good enough to counter, but they're kind of annoying. I'm not going to be able to play Boiler Works here. Kind of want like all of this stuff. I guess I can just ignore the Ash Barrens for now. Even though I have mana to cycle it, like I think I want all these cards. I think I'll just draw Hydroblast, and then Ponder, and then Ash Barrens, and leave up counter this turn. Because I can Ponder into Ash Barrens if I want, and shuffle. But yeah, having Counterspell and Hydroblast is decent here. I can just take 3 a couple turns, it's not a big deal. Well, they went Darksteel, Prism. So they look like they're tight on colored mana. I mean, they might just be trying to bait here, but at this point, I think I'm going to counter. They played Darksteel, Prism. Yeah, okay, sweet. Let's go Ponder. These are also all fine. I can take a weird line of just play Frantic Inventory, play Boiler Works. They can't do anything that crazy. I think I like it. And then draw Ash Barrens last again. Not 100% on this line, but I don't hate it. I guess I didn't need to play that right now. I could have just played it end of turn. Not sure why I did that. But it's done. Chromatic Star, add blue mana Thoughtcast. Mirror Enforcer. Okay, where's my shenanigans at now? All right. I guess I go. I also don't have 4 snow permanents now because of Boiler Works. The 1 Boiler Works kind of costing me here. Let's go play Preordain. I think I just bottom both of these. Serpentine Curve is good, but I just don't think it's what I want right now. Let's go bottom. We just hit lands. Damn. It's rough. Let's go cycle, mountain, play mountain, pass. I could just scred a Frogmite right now to take them down on affinity for extra Mirror Enforcers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, they can't have any more because they would have just played them for free. Yeah, I'll just pass. I guess I'm gonna scred this anyway, most likely. I'll just scred it on attacks if they don't do anything. Yeah, this is why I really don't like Boiler Works and scred decks for the most part. When you just even have 1 bounce land, it can really cost you on these screds. Like a lot of times you're waiting to scred till you get to like turn 3 or 4, but it really sets you back on the scred count. Okay, they play a 3/3. They have 4 cards left. They're not doing much. I can play a huge thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. That's all I can do. So let's go curve, then have Hydroblast and scred up. I could just scred this now, but I think I might as well wait. I guess I could have scred first to make this even bigger. Or they're gonna Pyroblast, and then I just Hydroblast that. Nice. So when they Pyroblast, or if they're going to, I guess I can scred right now. And they Pyroblast the curve, and I Hydroblast that. Because curve checks on resolution. All right, I make a 10/10. Then next turn, I make an 11/11. And hope that's good enough. Another Pyroblast. Okay, I get hit for 4 down to 5. Okay, I'm in trouble. I can make an 11/11 next turn. Oh god. Shenanigans. So I died to a fling. I can shenanigans their land. I'm also getting hit for 4 because I have to block a Tog. So pretty brutal. I could also shenanigans their prism and just try to lock them out of casting any more spells. And then I have to block this, go to 1. It's not ideal. I mean, it's all I can do, right? If they don't have any spells in hand, I get to, if they attack with all, I get to eat a Tog. And then I go to 1, and then I can untap and draw a removal spell and then be stabilized, sort of. Them having the double Pyroblast was rough there. Yeah, I feel like I'm dead here. Probably have a Gallop Blast. Yep. Okay. Well, they were able to just tempo me out. Our draw was just a little bit too awkward. We took too much damage early on. Could I have like killed their thing earlier? I'm not sure. Played pretty loose there, I feel like, but I just really don't know. Let's just run it. I like this. 2 shenanigans in the deck. It's just so incredible in this matchup. This hand's not that good. So let's snap keep it. No shenanigans. All we have is like really a counter spell. This curve isn't even really doing anything yet. Maybe this was a mulligan, especially with no shenanigans or cantrip, but I have lands and spells, technically. So I'm gonna cycle Ashburns for Island. They're on a mulligan. Okay, that's annoying. I'll get Island on the first one, and get Mountain on the second one. I guess I could have killed that now, but ooh, that is good. All right, well, I'm definitely going to start killing their lands as early as next turn. Just leave up Counterspell, though. Next turn, I can still go Ashburns into Shenanigans. So it's still looking great here. They just attack for 1. That's totally fine. This is just going to be insane. Yeah, I think I just counter this and then kill their Great Furnace. Then I think they lose to Shenanigans most likely. Not 100%, but I mean, that's the problem. That's the downside of playing Affinity is people have really good sideboard cards against you. Like now I just dredge this and then kill this on my next turn. That deck generally plays like 18 to 21 lands at the most, and most of them are artifact lands that die to this. So unless they have some way to count, like to exile Shenanigans, they're just gonna lose to it most likely. So sweet. Okay, another Great Furnace. Star. This is all good stuff that they're doing. They can attack for 3. But I still get to just dredge Shenanigans. Just keep killing their lands. Like, unless they have all lands in hand, and then they draw into good stuff that they can cast, it's going to be pretty rough for them here. Yeah, they only attack for 1. Yeah, nice. I know I'm not progressing my board by doing this, but I'm also stone running them every turn. So this card is just so insane in this deck. Now I'm not going to dredge it, actually, because I can just draw lands at this point. Pass. I don't even know if I need to discard that, but I felt like I might as well. Okay, there's a land. Can they even cast a spell? Yeah, I just get to dredge. Well, I have counterspell on top. I could just weirdly not dredge it, but I think I should. They need to draw Darksteel Citadel, and then even then they're just on 1 mana. I can make a big snake here. I guess I can wait 1 turn, but it can just teach by example fling, so. Alright, nice. Shenanigans got the win. Alright, so we were able to 3-2 that league, so not too bad. I guess I had the worst misplay against Bully that I ended up winning that match, so it didn't end up costing me, but I think this deck is pretty sweet. Let's go through some changes. A change that I would, again, that I talked about is going down to 1 fling, and then I could just go back up to 2 cannonade in the main. I still think the Frantic Inventory package is fine. Again, another reasonable option would be to like play Thought Scours or something. I thought about that because it like technically enables curve. The problem with the Thought Scour package is that a lot of times with Thought Scour, like Brainstorm, for example, if you go Brainstorm, put 2 lands back, Thought Scour them away, you don't necessarily want to be Thought Scouring. Like, if you Thought Scour randomly and hit spells, sure, it's fine. It's good with curve. But a lot of times with Thought Scour, you want to sculpt your draws and just like, a lot of times you're minimizing your lands and just drawing spells. And that's not really what this deck is trying to do. You're trying to build up lands and spells, and inventory should be really good for that. I think this deck is actually pretty good. I like the 1 fling. I think 2 was too much. I kept drawing it in my opening hand. 2 is fine. I think I was drawing it more than average early, but I don't think you need it because a lot of times you want to like set up and then like go for the double fling, like teach by example into fling with protection in those matchups where you want it. Maybe 1 main, 1 side would be good actually. Let's do that. Let's see. And then what are we cutting from the board? I could just not have, I could have 2 cannonade main, 1 side. I think this still is good against a lot of decks. It's good against Fae, it's good against Elves, it's good against Bully, and it just has game against Stompy, and we want to be really good against aggro with our build, so I don't hate it. Also, 4 teach by example is a lot, but I think it has really good synergy with like a lot of cards in the deck, like Pieces, Serpentine Curve. So maybe this is what I would try moving forward, but I hope you stuck around for this whole league. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Throw a like on this video, subscribe. I had a rough start in that first one, but going 3-2 in the second league, I've had some decent results. Brand new brew, 4-1, 0-2 drop, 3-2. That's not too bad for a brand new brew. And I think this deck has potential, and I'd like to work on it more, but there's other decks I want to try. So I'll probably be playing some more stuff in the future. But thank you so much. Till next time. Peace.